Wow, what a fight between Joe Joyce and Philip Hrgovic. Now, I picked Hrgovic to win, and he did. I believe it was a unanimous decision, but it was a war. It was a war. And Joe Joyce has absolutely nothing to be ashamed about. He's still in the mix. I don't care what anybody says. Joe Joyce is still in the mix, and he proved it tonight. He got beat by Zhang twice, stopped by Zhang, knocked down by Chisora. But the guy keeps coming, just like his boxing skills. He's almost like a bigger, well, I don't know about bigger, but he's almost like another version of Jarrell Miller. They just keep coming. Not as fast as Jarrell Miller, but definitely relentless. And, Joyce's defense was a little better. Hrgovic's defense was on point at times, but I think Hrgovic maybe outlanded him. But Joe Joyce definitely got the attention of Hrgovic. Some of those punches he landed. Phillips is going to feel those tomorrow, and he definitely felt them when they landed. But Hrgovic gets the win. I don't think anybody's too anxious to get Joe Joyce on the phone and try to schedule a match. He's definitely not the guy you want to fight unless you're definitely ready. I think if Dillian White had stepped in there, I think that Joe Joyce probably would have beat Dillian White. But that's just me. Now let's talk about other news. Fabio Wardley is to face Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Jarrell Miller is trying to say that, Wardley is too small and this and that. And he thinks he's going to steamroll him because he's not as strong, he says, as Daniel Dubois. His jab isn't as good, but I beg to differ. I think the fact that Jarrell Miller talks so much stuff is kind of crazy when he's not a knockout guy. He just kind of wears you down by coming at you. Like I was saying about Joe Joyce, but Joe Joyce doesn't go on there trying to belittle people. If you're not knocking people out, your trash talk is really pointless. It falls on deaf ears. It might be funny, but ain't nobody intimidated by some dude that's not knocking anybody out. And Fabio Wardley is the only guy I've ever seen hit somebody and like restructure their skull. So how in the world is Jarrell Miller going to stand up to Fabio Wardley, even if the dude is like 220, 230? How is he going to stand up to that? He wants to compare his fight with Daniel Dubois, and he gives himself a hall pass on that loss, talking about, well, I only had 3 to 4 weeks. How much time do you need to prepare for a fight? You should be in shape already anyway. These dudes be having like 17-week training camps now. It's like Lennox Lewis's training camps were like between 7 and 8 weeks. These dudes now, their training camps are so long, by the time they get to the ring, they're probably worn out. You gotta peak at the right time when you're in training camp, and I don't think these fighters today understand that. But I think Fabio Wardley actually stops Jarrell Miller. I really do. I'm really impressed with Fabio Wardley. Now I know if Jarrell Miller hears this interview, he'll say I'm saying that because I'm light skinned too, so he'll think his team light skinned. But nah, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with actual punching power and speed. Fabio Wardley is not a slow guy. He's not a slow guy. So we'll see. The trash talk Jarrell Miller will have for him, it'll be crazy. He'll be trying to get in his head, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. There's certain styles that are fit more for Jarrell Miller to look good against, but I don't think he's going to look good against Fabio Wardley. That pressure is going to make him walk right into a punch, and you never follow a puncher, like George Foreman used to say. You follow a puncher, you walk straight into something, unless that puncher isn't good on the back foot. But anyway, for now, unless I see something to really sway my opinion, I got Fabio Wardley stopping Jarrell Miller probably around round 7. And, shout out to Philip Hrgovic for coming back, getting the win against Joe Joyce. Shout out to Joe Joyce for being the rough juggernaut that he is. And, yeah. If you wish to donate to the platform, the Cash App is $JRoos33. If you want to follow me on IG, It's the J. Roos Theory over there too. If you want to become a member, there's bronze, silver, and gold. And I got a lot of videos over there. Well, not a lot, but a couple that you'll find interesting. And if you want to subscribe to my backup platform, it's in WJ. So thanks for watching. LSR forever. Give your life to Yeshua. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you all. Subscribers and not non-subscribers. Thanks for watching. Like I said, LSR forever and be fearless. Yay.